What is going on, guys? MG2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Marsfour weapons and Veetwo weapons. So these are basically the weapons that the Marsfour Gundam and the Veetwo Gundam are supposed to have, but they are included in separate sets that came out with the Earth 3 Gundam for some reason. But anyways, let's get into the review. So first of all, let's take a look at the Veetwo weapons first, because, yup, the Veetwo is going to be coming out this week as of recording it, so let's take a look at these weapons first. So first of all, you have the main backpack, which has 2 hover units and a missile launcher and a high caliber rifle over here. Well, we do not know any of the official names as of this recording, so I'm not going to be posting any of the names, so forgive me for that. But yeah, here we have the rather nice looking backpack. If not, it's a little bit dull because it's all in gray. Of course, you have the green sticker for the scope of the rifle over here. Everything just looks nice. The things on the top can rotate over here and rotate at the weapon base, same for the missile pod, and the hover units over here can rotate over here, and that's basically about it. And then over here we have the extensions for the core spray gun to basically make it the large beam cannon. So, well, I do not know why everybody is fussing over this, because of course you can mount these onto the core Gundam, but you need to mount the Marsfour and the Veetwo backpack with the beam sabers down, so as to not really just snap it off. So yeah, of course you can mount it on like this. I would mount these onto the Veetwo when I get it. And then the core spray gun over here, you could actually just plug this in and then plug this extra bit onto the stock, well, which extends it, and it looks kind of wacky on the core Gundam itself, but of course when I get the V2 it's gonna make more sense. So yeah, there's nothing really to say about these. It's just awesome looking weapons. And of course, yeah, you have a movable support handle over here. And if you do not actually have the core Gundam, you can actually have other kits hold the extension like this. So yeah, for example, here I have the narrative Gundam. You're gonna allow it to hold it like this. I do not know how this makes sense because I do not see a power source for it, but okay. And then of course you can plug the stock onto the bottom here however you want. So here you have it, a kind of weird looking gun. Of course I will show you guys how to combine these onto the shuttle when their respective Gundams come out. So for the V2 it's going to be the V2, for the Marsfour it's going to be the Mars armor. So yeah, there we go. This is basically it for the Venus weapons over here. Yeah, there's really nothing special but this adapter over here. So this adapter is one of the old kind of like it reminds me of the old multi-directional adapters that we've got like forever ago. So yeah, what you can do with this is basically you can detach everything that belongs in this core units of the backpack over here and basically connect it back onto this set. So this peg over here basically plugs onto the core gun's back. So let's put these weapons on like so over here. And then for the hover units, it is actually interesting because you have double pegs over here but triple holes over here. So yeah, in this orientation you have double holes, so you can plug it on like so. And of course you just yeah, take off the core gunner's backpack, or don't if you do not want it. Just plug it on like so. Kind of weird looking, doesn't it? But then if you take this off, rotate everything so that the double pegs are facing forwards, you can plug the hover unit onto the other set of double pegs. There we go. So now you can plug it onto any gunpla that has double holes. Very, very simple. So that's basically all for the Venus weapons for now. And now let's move on to the Marsfour weapons right here. So Marsfour weapons, here is the base backpack, nothing really that special, but yeah, it's just a backpack that houses 3 swords and an axe, because yeah, this gigantic large blade over here it's actually pegged onto the backpack in a peg on the lower side, so you can just take it off, kind of disassemble itself, and you can separate these two to become a blade and an axe. But it's kind of weird to look at it like that for me anyway, so I prefer to just stick it on like so. And of course you basically take off the hand and let the Gundam hold it. So here you have it, the core Gundam holding the large blade. And then of course, yeah, as I did mention, well, I forgot to re-equip the backpack, so forgive me for that. You basically plug it onto the core gunner's backpack like so, with the beam sabers down. So yeah, we have that. And then these two blades, we haven't seen them used in the show as of now. But these two blades, they may look identical, but one of them is capable of generating a beam. So basically grab any of the long flat beams from 00 or the Earth 3 Gundam itself. There is one particular one, yeah, this is the one, that can actually generate a beam. Like so. So it looks kind of weird, I know, but yeah, we may see this put into practical use in the anime. And you can basically use the slit of the second one and combine both swords. This is just straight up weird looking, so I prefer to not have the beam generated and just use them as dual blades. That's basically it. And let's move on to the adapters for now. So first of all, it is this adapter. This adapter comes with the Marsfour set, and it basically allows every single Gunpla that has a double peg system on the back to have the core Gundam's backpack. So you basically plug it onto here like so, and let me just take in the central unit of the Venus weapons over here. So plug it on, and there you go. The narrative Gundam can now have the Venus weapons mounted onto its back, or any Gundam or Gunpla that has a double peg system on the back for that matter. So this is a pretty versatile adapter for you to mount any of the core Gundam's backpacks right onto any Gunpla of your choice. And of course we do have this large thing over here which nobody knows if it is going to be canonical or not, but it's basically for mounting on both the Marsfour weapons and the Veetwo weapons onto it. So basically these two pegs over here can mount the two swords on here, and then where the hell are the other weapons? And then for this large blade over here, you need to separate it, and the axe basically goes on like so. It's mounted on by friction, so it is not really anything special. And the blade, I like to mount it onto the get out of my way, axe. I like to mount it onto the back like so, like diagonally, so as to not get in the way of the hover units, which are supposed to go here. So yeah, basically take this off. I'm gonna omit the axe for now and plug the hover units onto here like so, and then rip these off of the old adapter and just plug them right onto these sides over here. So it's basically possible to combine all three forms of the core Gundam, so you could have the Earth 3 armor with this junk on the back, which looks crazy to say the least. Of course, yeah, mount the axe back on. Put glue on the axe's handle if you wanted to stay, but yeah, it's just crazy looking, especially on the core Gundam. I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and get both of these weapon sets at once, because not only could you complete the other two forms of the core Gundam, you could also mess around with it and give multiple different Gunpla the weapons of the core Gundam. And of course you can mess around with these multi-directional adapters to give the core Gundam whatever the hell backpack you want it to have. So that's basically all for the two weapon sets review. So that's it for me. I definitely recommend you guys to get both of these at once. But if you do not want both of these, settle for one of them. It's gonna be fine, because these are just equally as awesome. That's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more Gunpla reviews, Gunpla news, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to the features on my channel page if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.